Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, and not just welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. Welcome back ever, the forever man. You've been gone for a minute. I know you just got a new place. Congrats to that. How
Thank
are
you,
you
man.
loving the new place?
I like it a lot. It's a lot more space, but then that means more work to do. So we have to, cut
Yeah,
the yard. Now we have a yard, so now cut the yard and all the stuff. Make sure the house doesn't fall apart. So, but yeah, it's fun. More space. I actually have an office, not my bedroom anymore.
yeah, that's true. And also, I mean, you're still working on the place, so
Yeah,
and ain't no point of rushing. Try
yeah,
to make it all nice and all that. And plus, you got work and all that.
yeah,
So I know your life is and plus it's summer, man. You trying to, I'm pretty sure you're trying to have a good time as well.
yeah, man.
So
How about
it's
you,
like
man?
I've been good. I was sick last
Oh
week,
man,
still kind of sick, trying to recover.
like the
Um,
like the like the C word or something else?
no, just rather just running around nose.
Oh,
It's the heat wave, going in
yeah.
and out with the AC and all that. It's
So the
that's
rain, it's cold
and
and then it's
yeah.
hot. And yeah, dude.
Yeah, the weather has been crazy like the past week, so that's the reason why I got sick. And it's kind of difficult to dress for the weather. And then it doesn't help where it's raining and then it's like 90 degrees. And it's just like, how do it's like I gotta wear this jacket because I don't want to get wet, but I'm dying in this jacket because it's so freaking hot. So, but yeah, I can't believe summer's almost over, man. I mean, we still have like
Yeah.
another month, but the thing is, like, my brother goes back to work, goes back to school in like in a few weeks. So it's like
Wow.
our summer vacation is like almost done, And it's like
Yeah.
that's a bummer.
Yeah. I mean, we get good weather, but yeah, like the official summer is like August.
Yeah, because that's where we get that nice, like, it's like when you go to the beach in the pool, it's like enjoyable,
Yeah.
It's not too hot. It's like it's room temperature. you know. But
Yeah.
like June, July is just like, man, it's too damn hot to be doing anything. This is like that's why I hate about like that July is a good time for the like me personally, if we're gonna start summer, after 4th of July, like the week of like July 1st, it's like the perfect day for like summer to start. June 31st should be like the last day of some like school, basically. In my because it's like then you have all July and then you have August where it's like you get that room temperature and then September go back when because September is what is it, Labor Day?
Yeah,
Or
Labor Day
Memorial?
is like the first September or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, so basically and then when they go back to school, they go back to school for like 3 weeks
Like
and
they
then
have a 3-day vacation.
they have a 3 day week vacation. So just I just don't get that, you
Yeah.
know. I think
The city starts in September. I think in the burbs we start they is
in the suburbs they start in June. And but now it's getting more closer to May.
yeah.
Where it's just like that's when my brother came back. I'm thinking like, damn, my brother hasn't like been here that long. And he's like, what are you talking about? I've been here since May. And I was like, oh yeah. Why are you here so early? Like that's why I keep forgetting that. Because I'm going based on summer. My brother has not been here that long. But realistic is like, oh, actually, your school for some reason just got let go so early in May. It's just like,
Yeah.
and that's why he has to go back. Wow, that's why I'm like so like the world's just weird, you know.
Yeah.
You're so used to one thing, and then like somebody like my brother has his own life, and then you're just like, why is everything so weird outside of this circle? You're thinking
Yeah.
like where you live, it's everywhere, but it's not. And it's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
that's the
scary.
crazy part. And that's also like it's weird we have a lot of wrestling now. We have like 2 shows per month, right? Now at this point.
What do you mean?
Interview wise, we have like 2 July shows or two and then 2 August shows. Or July only
Oh,
one.
what are
No,
you
we only
talking
had
about?
like WWE and wrestling and stuff. Like So
Oh.
like us time to like most wrestling happens in the summer for some reason, which is weird. You think the opposite. Like everybody's
Mm.
at home. We're over here like there's a Money in the Bank, and then there's like whatever happened after. Well, then August is
SummerSlam.
like two
Yeah.
SummerSlam, and then Cash Bash and Berlin.
Yeah.
Crazy. Dude.
You would think the summer, I would say the one thing that's pissing me off this year is why is NXT having the Great American Bash at August?
Yeah, I know, right? Non like why just sweat Heat Wave and Great American Bash
You would have
in
thought
Canada or something, you know?
you would have thought, oh yeah, that's true. Then don't have it. Just could have
Yeah,
just skipped it this year. Or it could have been
yeah.
a television show the week after.
The Tuesday, yeah, the
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it could have been a television special or the one where Joe Hendry was on. That could have been the Great American Bash. Is it a premium live event?
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
it's connected to some. It's like Saturday, Sunday thing, like with Heat Wave.
okay. I mean, that's cool. But I feel like Heatwave would have been better. I feel like they should have just skipped the Great American Bash.
Yeah.
Unless there has to be a reason for it, like it's leading to something.
Well,
Like there's
it's the only show in America until like I think October. I think they said it's like
yeah.
I think October, November is us, but I think so like that, right?
The yeah, there's two shows in August. There's the SummerSlam and then there's the Berlin, the
Bash in
Germany.
Berlin,
Yeah.
Bash in Berlin.
And that one is towards the end of August. There's no announcement for a September show. And then I'm assuming no, because October, yeah, I'm guessing there is no September show because
That's weird.
the bash is towards the end of the month. That's just like so they only and then after that, in October is Bad Blood. And I think it's in October, is it the beginning of
Six,
October? Yeah, so
October 6th.
so they have a whole month build up for that big pay-per-view, Bad Blood.
Yeah, but usually December is like the month where they have no shows. I think
Wait,
September still.
they just did that last year.
Yeah,
Don't make it seem
yeah.
like they've been doing that. No, they just did that last year. And they
Well,
were gonna do that. Well, the first one was gonna be 2 years ago. Or did they been doing that? I think it's
it's
been
been
two.
years. I think since they canceled Armageddon or TLC, there's no December pay, which was like what, 2017, 2018?
So that was 2020. So 21, did they had a December
No, they
show?
didn't. I think they just did Raw and SmackDown and stuff because it was a holiday. So remember they taped two SmackDown. They would tape like. Remember we went to the holiday
It
Milwaukee
was the
one,
day one. What year was day one?
2022, I think, or
So
2023.
that December show that was supposed to because remember they were supposed to be the TLC. TLC was
Yeah,
supposed to be in the Chicago show, but they
yeah, they
turned
got
it in.
pissed.
Yeah, I think did they cancel it or they turned it into a house show instead?
They just gave us like Raw or SmackDown. I forgot. I think they SmackDown or something. Like, sorry guys, but here's SmackDown.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yes.
happened because we were supposed to have a pay-per-view.
Yeah, we're supposed to go, I think, too. We're talking about it, I think. Or me and were talking about it. And we're like, what? They canceled it? That's bogus. Chicago is like one of the major cities. Oh, That's because of population, because that's Chicago people, we actually like wrestling.
Well, they so NXT did had a show, Wars game. So they had a premiere
Ah,
live event. So on the December show, but just WWE,
19,
2020
20.
was the last December show for WWE, which was the TLC, where the main event was Randy Orton versus The Fiend,
Ooh,
in the Inferno match, and
oh
Roman Reigns
yeah.
versus Kevin Owens in a TLC match. So that was the last WWE December show. And yeah, and then after that, because they won. And then I guess what year did I say? So 21, we were supposed to get this TLC match and they canceled it because of day one.
Mm.
Um
I was like, that was supposed to be Atlanta. Yeah, that's supposed to be Atlanta day one, and they canceled it. And then
no, it did happen.
it did.
Yeah, day one.
They canceled it.
No, TLC, dude.
Oh, TLC. I mean day
TLC.
one. Sorry, I'm confusing
Yeah,
day one and TLC.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
They
I'm just they're just going like what? So day one TLC. Okay, I know, I get you. But then Bad Blood's gonna be cool. When they might do Fastlane September. September thing, you
nah,
know?
no, no. That because if you have SummerSlam, then you have the Bash, and two and 1 month. SummerSlam is more for us. The Bash is more. It's just like a bonus premium live event. Uh, so and the way I look at it, SummerSlam is the pay-per-view. You
Yeah.
know, that's the pay-per-view. The Bash, that's a premium live event, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you would think like they would make SummerSlam like this year and next year, like try to build it to 2026, where
Mhm.
it's like means more. I mean, it's like it's one of the big four, but it's still kind of way sometimes like pay-per-view, you know? Not really, but it's kind of like it's SummerSlam, but like this year, next year, they're gonna make SummerSlam like the event to be like they say the
Right.
event of the summer. Was like some pay-per-view matches on there. Like the last few years have been like some of them have been great guy and stuff cashing in and all that. But some matches were kind of like, why just put this on, you know? So they should
Like, yeah,
probably,
like
yeah.
Ronda versus Shayna last
Oh
year, the
my God,
MMA.
that should on SmackDown or Raw, man. Why
That
put that on?
should never even been on the card.
Exactly.
It was horrible. But yeah, like I see your point. It was funny how like they never I love SummerSlam because it's like
Yeah.
WrestleMania and without that extra stuff, you know? And I thought it was kind of weird that I'm gonna be honest, SummerSlam does not deserve to be 2 nights. It doesn't.
You
It's
would
just
think who are the big outside obviously WrestleMania, but out of the big four, which one should be a two nights? Just keep that a special like 2 day event or in the Rumble,
I would
one night
say,
women, one night men.
yeah, I would say um I didn't really like so WrestleMania 40 is it made sense. You know how they like no champion was like no title was basically defended,
Yeah.
because they're trying to build up for WrestleMania 40. That's
Hmm.
fine, but don't do that every year.
Hmm.
If you do that every year, what's the point of the Elimination Chamber? What's the point of having premium live events between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania? If whoever's world champions, like this person's gonna main event WrestleMania. If it's gonna play out that way, and I feel like it's going to, then the Royal Rumble should be 2 nights up
Okay.
because then you have the Raw and SmackDown. You have, for the world like title pictures, not the,
Yeah.
obviously the Royal Rumble is different. You can even have the men's
On
Royal
Monday,
Rumble
on Saturday, and then one
Saturday on
or vice
Sunday.
versa.
Yeah. Or you could have both nights have the Royal Rumble, and then just the world titles on this Royal Rumble. You could even have a Royal Rumble for like a mid card title, the IC title, the United States title. I feel
Yeah.
like the Royal Rumble is a perfect example to have 2 nights. WrestleMania, obviously. Um, SummerSlam, no, because what happens at
No.
SummerSlam?
So you
Nobody's gold. Here's the thing. No wrestler publicly announce my dream is to main event SummerSlam.
true. Yeah.
So why should there be 2 nights?
Yeah. It's kind of. I think they just wanted to give Apple like sorry we didn't give you WrestleMania, but here you go.
Yeah. It should have
Okay.
been treated like Christian. There's certain like Christian treats SummerSlam his WrestleMania.
Yeah.
There's certain like Randy Orton. There's certain people where it's like
They won
SummerSlam.
their major title at SummerSlam. I
Yeah.
think Orton won his first title at SummerSlam, and then
Brock Lesnar,
yeah, he
like
beat The Rock. That was.
yeah.
They should go back to that Brock versus Rock. Like okay, that's WrestleMania level match at SummerSlam. That's like the kind of match. Like the Ronda and Shayna one, I was like, we were there. Obviously, we were
Yeah.
there. We're like,
It was
the pay-per-view was pretty much
and
like
it
Io
yeah.
Sky.
And it, you know what? We'll go back to The Rock and
Yeah.
Brock, but I just want to say about Ronda Rousey. It's just like I love her, but it's just like, bro, you don't give us the performance that you feel like we don't deserve.
Yeah,
You just go out there and just like, let's just get this over with. And it's like, bro, you're not I get it, she's not passionate about it no more. But it's just like you have fans,
yeah,
and we're not proud of saying like, oh, this is a crappy match. Like
yeah,
it that could have been, bro, that match ruined the whole pay-per-view. Not like to say it's the greatest pay-per-view of all time, basically.
yeah. Like
You
pretty much
know,
like if you had it out of 5 stars or out of 10, that match dropped like
it dropped a star.
review by like 2 stars,
Yeah.
a star or two. Yeah,
Yeah. Like
it's like, oh, it could have been a 9 out of 10. With this match, it was an 8 out of 10 or a 7.5 out of 10. You
well,
know,
that
like
match was
it's
like garbage. It was like a 2 out of 10. And but yeah, it's just like that pay-per-view last year, SummerSlam, it could have been a 5-star pay-per-view, but because of that match, it dropped the score. And that's where
yeah,
it's like, bro, come on, man. You know? But
yeah.
anyways, that's it's just like if you're not I feel like that's a perfect example of what happens if you're not passionate about wrestling no more.
It
If
yeah. Also about any sport, like if you watch football and you
life.
see like the Bears quarter, yeah, like life, you see the Bears quarter not trying, are you gonna go want to watch the Bears game or whatever, a Cubs game or a
Yeah.
whatever sports team following, whoever's wherever you guys are? Are you gonna be passionate about your player, your team if their players are
Mhm.
around like, or they're like
Yeah.
half-assing it? Like it's like every like if people, if you notice they're not energetic or happy or something, do you want to follow them? Like, let's go,
Mhm.
let's do this together. Like, if they're not like that kind of enthusiastic, are you gonna be like, "Yeah," but they're like, okay, fine. It doesn't make the same power,
Yeah.
But Rhonda, yeah, we could tell after like I think she got booed. She's like, these fans are stupid, and she would like just chalk trash. We're like, we're not gonna follow this lady. Now she's mad at
Right.
all wrestlers for because we told her the honest opinion about it because she didn't try. And MMA to her too because she was actually like, yeah, I'm gonna beat her, I'm gonna destroy her. She's like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? She was confident, but she backed it up. But
Yeah, it's just things like what you just said. It applies to life. Hold on.
you're not cutting off.
What was that?
You're not cutting off anymore. You were
Oh,
like
okay.
glitchy. So
All right. Sorry about that. We're back. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, let's talk
uh,
about the Brock Lesnar, WWE Undisputed Champion. That is like a perfect example where I that was for me, that was like the biggest match. It was crazy that it was a that's like a WrestleMania match. Cause you would, they treated it that way. And it was only buildup, a month buildup. And how the Brock Lesnar got to that point was winning the King of the Ring tournament. He won the King of the Ring tournament, and then he went on to face The Rock, WWE Undisputed Champion. They had an incredible match. And then Brock Lesnar got the W, became WWE Undisputed Champion, the youngest ever. I believe he was 25 at the time. And from that point on, we thought it was going to be the same, but it kind of worked what they did with, the year after that with Benoit and Randy Orton. But Randy Orton won. How did he became number one? Because he won a battle royal?
didn't he like get betrayed by Triple H and he
No,
beat
that was
Triple H
after.
and
That was
Batista?
after.
That was
That was
after?
after,
Huh.
after.
I think he did win a battle royal. Or did he
I,
win a King of the Ring too?
no, it
Or did they
wasn't King
stop
of the
doing it?
Ring.
No.
No, there was no King of the Ring that year.
No. So
So,
no
bro, and that would have been a perfect time. Bro, Randy Orton could have won King of the Ring.
yeah, that could have been.
He
So
could
I
have
think
won
that's what they're
King
doing
of the
this year.
Ring.
That's what they're doing this year, no? Isn't Gunther like main eventing
Yeah, SummerSlam.
SummerSlam because of King of the Ring? Because King
Yeah,
of the Ring allowed him to go to SummerSlam, so it's kind of
yeah.
like they're kind of going back to that. Hopefully, make it worth something like the King of the Ring winner.
I feel like that's what they're going to be going to be doing going on forward. But
Hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to be honest with you.
Hmm. Yeah,
After Money in the Bank, I, I think Money in the Bank should be the two options. Money in the Bank could, hey, you have the opportunity to call your shot right now to main event SummerSlam. Or you have the money in the bank briefcase and you could cash it in whatever
Up to a year. Yeah.
up to a year. But you cannot use it till after SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Yeah,
So
because I feel
you
like
have
even with
yeah,
King of the Ring, they should do King of the Ring for Survivor Series, then, right? Like the King of the Ring. Like if they did King of the Ring in September,
mm,
that winner could go on to like they should like make it like Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, Re Money in the Bank to SummerSlam,
right.
King of the Ring to Survivor Series. It's like all these things are worth it, you know. Otherwise,
Mm.
it's like the Money in the Bank when Drew McIntyre cashed it in, like he bombed, you know, like you know.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
could see
I like
that.
that idea too about the Money in
Yeah,
the Bank, where like, yeah, you could only you cash it in now at SummerSlam, or you cash it in later, whenever
yeah.
you want. But it has to be
When
up.
it,
Yeah, that's actually
because look what
genius
happened.
idea.
Look what happened with Drew McIntyre. I get it. They're trying to build up for Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, right? And
Hmm.
then because of how Drew CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre and he also screwed Seth Rollins. So now there's a chance we make it a triple threat match. Awesome,
Hmm.
right? But then here's the issue. You ruin a match in a future storyline because of a buildup where it's like, bro, why did Drew McIntyre had to cash in?
Yeah,
Why, like, just to add Seth Rollins into the mix? It was just like Drew McIntyre could have just hold on to that briefcase.
yeah.
He could have left it at home for the rest of the month to build up his feud with CM Punk. And yeah, but no, now there is no future cash in, just the women's,
Hmm.
you know, because the men's already done. And like I said, like if I feel like Money in the Bank should be that in the end of the match, as soon as that person, like let's just say Drew McIntyre, let's just say there was no King of the Ring. Drew McIntyre, boom, briefcase. The announcer comes in, interviews Drew McIntyre or the general manager at the end of the night. It could be either the night, the night. If you already have the buildup of the match, what's gonna be, then have it happen that night. Or you need another minute, then Raw or SmackDown, right?
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, you're Mr. Money in the Bank winner. Are you gonna face? Are you gonna call your shot at SummerSlam against Damian or Cody Rhodes, or are you gonna hold on to the briefcase? No, I'm gonna hold on to my briefcase because I want to kick CM Punk's ass. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
You no cash in. This briefcase is unlocked because you had the opportunity to main event SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
So now you
Hmm.
can't use it until after the pay-per-view.
I see.
And
I like
now,
that.
because at least that makes us forget about the money in the bank, kind of like the Royal Rumble. You lead up to the Royal Rumble, you have the Royal Rumble match, you have our winner, and then you forget about this winner till WrestleMania because you
So the
had that.
chamber, you think they should just get rid of the chamber, or should we make a special match? It has to be like a special kind of match now. Like not make it a no longer make it a pay-per-view. It's like you said, it's
Uh,
between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So it's kind of like this weird in the middle. Like, okay, so why is the winner of the Royal Rumble in the chamber match? He already
right.
has his title opportunity for WrestleMania, or she, he or she. But like, you think the chamber should be like Hell in a Cell? Like Hell in a Cell, they're gonna make it into just specialty. Like, okay, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, that'd be Hell in a Cell. The chamber should be like a very special match.
Like either keep it like Elimination Chamber, like a special match, or change it like to like a fast lane.
Like or like make like February pay-per-view No Way Out if they don't
Yeah,
have,
bring it back to
no,
No Way
yeah.
Out. There
And
is
then
no
the
need
chamber
for
just be like a special match. Like, okay,
Mhm.
we all hate each other. Let's go. This match is
It's a
gonna
filler
be at
match.
Bab. Yeah, it's like
A
it's gonna
filler
be at
match.
Bubla. It's not gonna be no longer like implications of like the title, unless they want to make it like, okay, that's in the SummerSlam main event is the
Mhm.
chamber,
Right.
but it's not like a pay-per-view anymore. Like, you
For
know,
for example, here's a good example. Money in the Bank, right? The main event was the six-man tag team match, right?
mhm, yeah,
Well, um, let's just say,
make it a
uh,
tag team elimination chamber
it could
match.
have been for SummerSlam, right? you know,
Mm-hmm.
or at the Bash, it could be Elimination Chamber, or basically, we could have had that 6-man tag team match, right? And
Mm-hmm.
let's just say, ooh, at let's just say Triple H wants Solo versus Cody Rhodes to main event the Bash and
Mm-hmm.
Berlin, right? Because let's
Yeah.
say because Gunther won King of the Ring, right? Cool. I need Gunther to main event SummerSlam with Damian Priest because he won King of the Ring. He has to. Or it
Mm-hmm.
could be Nia Jax because she won Queen of the Ring. So both right there, you got two co-main events for SummerSlam, right? And then obviously, if you have this match, it's gonna be the main event.
Yeah,
But
it has to be.
here, no, well, hear me out. This one, where I'm about to say next. Money in the Bank, you had the 6-man tag team match. At SummerSlam, you could have had an Elimination Chamber match with all
Mm-hmm.
those three men that were involved. You know what I
So
mean?
with the pods, if it's 6 pods, pretty much it's just like a team thing, right? Like, so it's like,
No, it's all for the
no.
WWE Universal Championship.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Or you could have had a 6-man tag team match, Chamber Way.
yeah. So
You
it'd be
know,
like
kind of like
Cody, and it'd be Solo, yeah.
Yeah, Letha
And then it'd be
Lockdown.
like, and then everything opens. Like, okay, another guy
Yeah,
from Cody's team, another guy from
yeah,
Solo's team. Yeah, it's like Lethal Lockdown. Yeah, actually, there you go.
yeah. So
But they
instead of
don't lock
having,
themselves back in the cage, though, right? They don't do that
no,
like
no,
time limit thing. That's something different.
that's King of the Mountain.
Oh, okay. See, I'm
Yeah,
confusing
that's
them.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's just something like that where it's just like,
Hmm.
or you could have had an Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and that's where
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes could have gotten a win over Solo, or the Bloodline could have taken out Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens. You
Hmm.
know, it,
Hmm.
it could have been, you know, obviously the final
Yeah.
two could have been Solo and what's it called, and Cody
Cody.
Rhodes. Solo
Hmm.
could have won, or Cody could have won. And then, you know what I mean? Like the chamber could,
Yeah.
let's just say, but obviously if you let's just say the Bash and SummerSlam were reversed. SummerSlam is the end of the month and the Bash
Yeah.
is in the beginning, right? Where it's like, damn, I need a filler main event. Then
Yeah.
that's where you could have that Elimination Chamber match
Yeah.
because, you know, I need Cody Rhodes versus Solo for SummerSlam.
Hmm.
You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be the bloodline, but you could have other people where it's like you could have had Cody Rhodes, you could have had Logan Paul, LA Knight, Solo, Andrades, you know, you
Andrade killed it at Money in the Bank, though,
he
dude.
did.
Nobody cheered him, but he killed it, dude.
My mom was cheering for him.
You're like, hey, Durango.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
he's
the
from he's
reason.
he's from he's from Gomez Palacio. He's like, well, it's south of Santiago and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Andrades, man. He was the MVP.
Yeah, dude. No, I like that idea though. You said it, like, yeah, because sometimes like Chamber, I'm like, they made it just
What's
a
the
filler
purpose?
match.
Yeah, it's just a filler match.
Yeah,
And
like
it,
let the Royal Rumble winner build the entire show, go to the Chamber. He could probably have a match at the Chamber, the winner of the Rumble, but like not have a title match. And then WrestleMania is,
yeah,
their title match. Instead of like,
February,
oh, we're just gonna have a middle
February,
match.
February could be No Way Out. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need to be a gimmick premium live event.
Exactly. Because
It
it'd be
could be
gimmick, and then WrestleMania. It's too many gimmicks back to
yeah.
back.
But again, if you need a oh snap, our world
Mm,
title is injured, we have to vacate it. No problem.
there you go.
They put the bring back the elimination chamber match
Mm-hmm. There
because
you go.
they keep at like, oh, we have the next pay-per-view premium live event is elimination chamber, so we have two elimination chambers. What should we do? What story needs the chamber match? And then there's like, oh, none of it does, so
Mm-hmm.
okay, we'll just do a filler match. No, just get rid of it. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Or just use it right. And make it a number. It don't have the world title. Be a number one contender match, but at the
For
same time,
Chamber, no. Chamber for
for a mid card,
okay.
for a mid card, because at least it builds it up.
Yeah.
You know, it gives people a story or a purpose. You know, uh,
Well,
to
isn't because isn't like the Royal Rumble, Royal Rumble winner, they could choose which one they want to go after, right?
yeah,
And then the February show is the one that went. whoever, like you say, if they have a chamber match or just make it a regular pay-per-view, that winner goes on to face the other champion or builds the
Usually,
other
yeah,
person.
yeah,
Usually, right? It's
yeah,
like
usually.
so like Cody went after the Dirty Universal, but then the World Heavyweight title was I think they had a match, a number of contenders match at in February, the chamber, and then for April they did it, you know.
Yeah, it's just so
But wait,
dumb.
isn't but then next year the Royal Rumble's in February, which is kind of so. Well,
So
the
I guess
January,
did they announce they're gonna have Elimination Chamber
yeah,
back
no,
next
no,
year?
I didn't hear that, but that'd be too close. Two gimmick pay-per-views in
I
the same month.
unless I think unless they're what they're gonna do is they're not gonna have a December show
Mhm.
and January show
No, that'd be
unless it's
weird.
they
Unless
I
it's day one again. Just do it day one.
oh they could probably bring back day one pay-per-view and then
Or just
the
rename it to like New Year's Revolution, bring back that. Because
mhm.
day one implies it's on January 1st. And
Yeah.
January 1st falls on a Wednesday. It's like that's weird. But New Year's Revolution me,
New Year's Revolution
yeah,
would
because
be a good pay-per-view to bring back for
yeah, actually I was
January.
right. January 1st is a Wednesday. That'd be kind of weird to have day one on a call it day one and
You
have it
can't
a
yeah, you can't even do it.
no, but New Year's Revolution is it's a new year. So you have a
Yeah.
whole month to like you could do it January whatever, 8th or 9th, be the week after New Year's, which is like January
I think
5th.
day
January
one,
4th is a Saturday. So do it January 4th for New Year's
yeah,
Revolution.
day one should be one of those uh sh- special shows
Hmm.
if it lands because day one is January 1st.
Or just day
So
one of the show of Raw, like day one special of
yeah, it's
Raw.
make
It's
it a
this day
special
one of
show.
this is the first episode of Raw in 2025, you know?
If day one lands on Monday, Friday, Tuesday, or a weekend, then
Hmm.
make it a special. Like, oh,
Yeah.
New Year's Day lands on Friday. We're gonna have a special 3 hour premium, like not premium live event, but just a 3 hour television special, or make it a premium live event.
Or
You
just do
know?
a recap for last year. Hey guys, we're
Yeah.
recap. This is just a TV special for 2024, and then this is gonna just like see what storylines carry on from 2024 into 2025. So that it builds up to the Rumble. You're like, okay, who's gonna be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like kind of that show. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah,
because
what a
if
good idea.
I feel like February, the Royal Rumble being on February is actually a good call because then you only have, let's just say, you have 2 months to build up WrestleMania if it's going to be on April. Because it seems to me they're going to have it more on April, and I feel like that's what they've been having it
Hmm.
on April. And there's so most likely they're probably going to get rid of the Elimination Chamber pay per view. Triple H doesn't even like that pay per view.
I think he doesn't like gimmick matches
He
anymore.
doesn't.
He never. He
He
obviously
never did. He
he would
never did.
he wrestled in them, but he would never like I don't like
It
why
doesn't.
we have the TLC pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Just have a TLC match. Just have a Hell in a Cell match. Just have an Extreme Rules match. Why have a whole pay-per-view for it? And it's not even a whole pay-per-view. Like
No.
one match would be Extreme Rules. Like why even call it Extreme Rules? Call it go back to I'm glad they're bringing back Bad Blood, or they brought back Backlash, they used the No
Mhm.
Way Out like a couple of times. The Great American Bash is now NXT. Like bring back some WCW ones. Starcade, why not Starcade?
Yeah.
Why not like Sold Out? Why not World War Three? Like ECW ones too. The Heat Wave was the ECW one.
Yeah.
Or bring back Cyber Sunday. That actually works now. That actually work better
Oh yeah,
nowadays.
it'll be
Or
so much better now.
yeah, Cyber Sunday. Imagine now, like, hey guys, vote. Like everybody has a computer now. I think when Taboo Tuesday came out, it was like kind of like still the internet was still kind of like newish.
But hey, but that they were actually doing it though.
Yeah.
I didn't knew that. I thought it was all fake and gimmick.
No, then remember
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin said like, "Oh yeah, I didn't. I thought it was gonna be Batista, but no, they gave it to
Yeah.
me, and we never called our match. Like we just kind of on a whim, and I won the title. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I love that. See,
Same
that's
thing
freaking
and
awesome.
same thing with everybody thought because the everybody thought that they were gonna pick Edge to face
Mm.
Triple H, but then people turned on Edge and people voted for Shawn Michaels, and then Shawn Michaels, Triple H even got pissed. Triple H was like, "Bro, for this,
Why?
like you have to like rig this one because, like, me and Sean." He's like, "Why would you put Sean in the mix?
Yeah, why even put him
Like,
in the polls?
Why exactly? Like me and Sean just had this great. We just ended our rivalry at Hell in a Cell Bad Blood.
Hmm.
Sean is hurt, you know. So
Yeah,
they were like, Sean was hurt, and that's why they had a sloppy match. And it kind of damaged their rivalry because it was just like, there's no
yeah.
need, like we can't pick this up. Why would you put Sean in the mix in the poll, like you said in the poll? And you think people are gonna pick Sean over Edge?
Hell
This
yeah,
was
I'll pick
supposed to,
Sean.
yeah. I'm just like, that's crazy. They should
Because
have,
nowadays, if they did a pay-per-view nowadays, people are such trolls. If you put like some random like the person least likely, like let's say you put like Akira Tozawa in the mix, the people are
right.
gonna vote for him. They're gonna like let's like everybody vote for Akira Tozawa, you know?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So like
Now
you
it's,
gotta
yeah, exactly. Now it's gonna be more rigged
yeah,
because people,
people are gonna be like, oh, everybody, let's vote for the least liked person to win this match or have a
mm,
match, and let's put, you know what I mean? Like, let's say you put Otis and I mean Otis now, you know what I mean? Like somebody, like you put like somebody random, like you put like a
I
jobber on
mean,
there, like
Otis, yeah, Otis would
yeah,
be a,
Otis, like
Otis would
what?
is a nice one.
Yeah,
But
or like
yeah,
for the
I
women's,
mean,
make like Chelsea Green on, no, Chelsea Green's cool, but you know what I mean? Like some random, put Zoe
but
Stark in there,
regardless, they could do something with it. But
yeah,
don't Cyber, if they're gonna bring back Cyber Sunday, do not use it as part of a storyline
hmm,
because Vince thought, oh, they're gonna vote for Edge, and
hmm,
this is gonna make and break Edge's career.
hmm.
But nobody voted for Edge.
No, they,
He didn't even win. So that's why Triple H got so upset, where it was like, bro, what is you doing? Like we shouldn't, like, this is a good idea. Triple H said this is a good idea, but the fact that you're involving it into a storyline is not a great idea. This
no,
should that pay-per-view should have been like, this is just a fun gimmick pay-per-view and for the fans. This is just for the fans. What do you guys want to see? Triple H versus Edge, Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin, Benoit. and you know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't matter who you guys pick because it's just a fun gimmick match, you
yeah, but
know?
I think Batista was pissed too. He's like, I think you saw
Yeah,
his
he was
face.
supposed to
He was
face
like,
he was supposed to he was upset, but then not really because he's like, I don't think I was ready for it.
yeah,
And I was just like, bro, in that match, Shelton Benjamin, Chris Jericho, like, bro,
they called it on the fly. They called it good.
man, one of my favorite IC titles, bro. It's like one of my I've never seen a beautiful tomb T-bone suplex,
Mm,
bro. And I was just like, imagine that happened like at WrestleMania. Imagine that would have happened for the world title. Imagine if he would have done that facing Triple H for the world heavyweight title on that Monday Night Raw when he beat
yeah,
him, I think on his debut. And imagine it was just like for the world title. It's crazy. Me and Andres even talked about Sons of Benjamin, how like how he should have won the the ECW title from
yeah,
Christian in that
yeah,
ladder match, at the first ever TLC match,
yeah.
and he never did,
Oh man, he did some
bro.
crazy spots too.
Yeah,
Didn't
fantastic.
he run up the ladder and he like jumped? Was that him? He
That
ran up the
was
ladder and he
WrestleMania 21. Yeah, he
oh
ran up the
okay,
ladder and
dude,
did a
that was lit.
clothesline.
It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
you would think Shelton Benjamin and would have been had a what's it called, like a similar path like Shawn Michaels,
mm,
career wise, or at least Shelton Benjamin. I feel Shelton Benjamin should have been like the guy you want to face at WrestleMania.
yeah. But you know
Like,
why he didn't? You know
yeah,
why?
Dolph
You
Ziggler is
know
one
why?
of those guys too.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles is somewhat.
But Styles actually won like well, both Ziggler and Styles won world titles, WWE titles.
No,
Shelton
but
never even got close, I think.
no, but I'm just saying, how
Oh,
Shawn Michaels was Mr. WrestleMania?
yeah,
I feel like Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, AJ Styles, those should have been the guys
yeah.
that you want to, like Undertaker.
Hmm.
These are the guys I feel like you want to face at WrestleMania because you're gonna steal the show, you know.
Mm,
And
yeah.
it sucks that Shelton Benjamin, bro. That fact that we didn't get Shelton Benjamin against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania is
Oh,
crazy.
They had that one match though where he got super kicked midair. Remember? Whop!
Why did nobody say to Vince, bro, you gotta make that match at WrestleMania?
I know. Well, you know why they didn't do it? Vince is very biased, for certain people.
Paul Heyman said it best. This is his universe. We're just watching it.
Yeah, we're just in it, right? We're just in his
No, no, no,
universe.
no. We're not in his
Oh, we're just watching
universe.
it.
We're
Oh,
just
okay.
watching it.
Yeah.
You're thinking about God.
Yeah. Wow.
Vince, it's his universe. It's his universe. We're just
Mhm.
watching it.
Yeah.
Just like Stan Lee, it's his universe. We're just reading the comic books and watching the movies and the shows.
Yeah.
We could say whatever we want, but it's his, you know.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Stan Lee. You know, it's just Vince. It's what he wants. But then eventually it went from what he wants to it's what the board team wants.
Yeah, the
It's
board of
what
directors and what
it's
the
what the investors wants. It's what the sponsor wants.
yeah
And that's why that whole 2010, the whole PG era, basically,
was a waste.
was
So
just a
bad.
waste. It was more about the investors and the sponsors, which is
Yeah.
understandable, But it didn't help Toys R Us. They still
No.
went bankruptcy.
Yeah, I know. They're coming back. They're coming back though. Toys R Us coming back though.
Are they though?
Yeah, they are. They're opening a store this year or next year.
I feel like
Or
I'm
they
gonna be. Hey, you know what? Toys R Us should be like a Halloween spirit store, just open during the
mm,
holidays. But man, lower
dude.
those goddamn prices, man. That's why you
Well
guys
for
went bankruptcy. They have
yeah,
some
Toys R Us was expensive, dude.
but they had the best exclusive toys, but
Mm.
so expensive, bro. I was like, damn, man, lower the prices. But yeah,
Remember
open it
remember
like
KB remember KB Toys?
yeah. But that
Doing
was
Golf
more of
Mill?
that was golf mill, yeah. But that I was gonna say that was more of a golf mill, a mall center store, right?
Yeah, but that store was fire. I didn't know FYE was still open. You know that? They're still in business?
Yeah,
FYE? I
yeah.
didn't know that.
It's an
Oh
antique
man.
store, man. I love FIE. Man, I lost my phone. Where my goddamn phone at? Oh, but anyways, hit that like and subscribe, people. We are back. New entry wrestling. Episode 182. Um, yeah. Oh, and we at 400. How many subscribers? Let me check right now. I think 428.
Nice. 428. Let's make it 500,
428.
guys. Let's make it 500, guys. Before the end of the summer.
428.
I don't know. Watch out. You might
428.
be careful. You
Hey,
might be grabbing something we don't know. We don't know about. All these codes nowadays.
man, ever. That's a big ass jug. It's all black
Thanks,
and tall, smooth.
bro.
I mean, you're the one who brought it in camera.
I got a camera too.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna get freaky with
No,
it.
no.
Gotta get freaky. It's Freaky Friday.
Hmm?
It's Freaky Friday. All right. So excited for SummerSlam Cleveland. Cody Rhodes solo main event. What do you think is going to be the main event?
That match.
Cody Rhodes and
No, I think
solo?
Gunther's gonna be because I think Gunther's gonna win it. He has to win it.
I think so too.
And Rhea's back, so that's gonna. Oh, maybe that one match. Maybe Rhea versus
Oh,
Liv.
dude, yeah.
Dude, that would be
Liv
nice.
Morgan and Rhea Ripley, Dominic
Woo.
Mysterio, special guest referee.
Main
That's
eventing,
that's
dude.
the
I would
main
totally.
event. I don't give a damn. That's the main event. I'm sorry, Gunther, but that return.
Woo. She gave him that like China, like Eddie Guerrero thing. Remember when China
Damn.
Dominic's gonna be with flowers in next week? Like, mommy, please.
Mami, por favor. No. Oh, dude, this
Perdóname.
is gonna be now. Woo! We see this SummerSlam is gonna be a big one. I ain't gonna
See,
lie.
that's now I'm thinking. This is what they start making it like a WrestleMania kind of thing. Like, you want to see these matches.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't give me any like, oh, this is gonna be like a 5-on-5 tag team match with jobbers. Like, no, I want it to be like a wrestle. You want it to build to like a 2-night event. You don't want it to be like,
Mhm.
yeah, we're just gonna throw it together, whatever.
But it's gonna be in a baseball field, man. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be But that's crazy. I totally forgot about Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, to be honest. And now it's like, damn, you got three big matches. But like you said, now it's like this is the pay-per-view where it's like, because we're going looking at the past where it's like, I don't think SummerSlam needs 2 nights. But
Hmm.
now it's like, damn, you got three pay-per-views. But
Three main events. I mean, three main event matches.
oh, no, 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 no. I remember what my issue is with SummerSlam being 2 nights. It's in a stadium.
Ooh.
That is a problem. 2 night. If you tell me, hey, SummerSlam for 2 nights, I'll be like, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Allstate Arena, Madison Square Garden. Sure. No, no, no,
Hmm.
no. A stadium. Ooh. Mm-mm. 1 night.
Why? Why though? Why? Why?
You think SummerSlam could draw 50,000 both nights?
Or
They're
maybe
gonna
not.
treat it like a they're gonna treat it like a WrestleMania.
That's
They're
when they have to
gonna
build
they're
it.
gonna
This,
they're gonna have
yeah.
celebrities. And then here's the thing. What did I just say earlier? I love SummerSlam because it's like WrestleMania without the extra stuff.
Mm,
Now they're adding the extra stuff.
yeah. Or it might just be like a trial thing. Who knows? If it's like
Mm.
bombs, like just go back
It's
to one night. It's
it's gonna bomb. It's
yeah.
gonna bomb. Maybe I shouldn't use that word.
2026. Yeah, no. It's gonna fail. It's
It's
not gonna
gonna it's
do
gonna
good.
it's not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Hmm.
Because SummerSlam and not the Royal Rumble, bro. Think about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about that.
But it's
They
funny because I'm surprised because Minnesota technically won WrestleMania 41. They technically won it.
mhm.
But once Las Vegas, everybody's like, we got to go to Vegas. They flipped it, I'm surprised they didn't just give Minneapolis WrestleMania 42, you know? Because 43,
Rumor,
where's 43?
rumor, rumor. Okay, so 41 Vegas, 42 rumors the UK.
Oh, hell no.
Rumors.
Ge-
And
No, they
then
say they say they're gonna
43.
keep in the U.S. until like further notice.
No. Well, I'm
But
just saying, let me just tell you the
yeah,
rumor. 42 is UK, 43 is Indiana, and yeah, that's it. But I don't know how that's just the rumor.
oh, see, that's the dumb thing about it because you would think the
42 has
runner-up
yeah, 42 has to
runner
be
up for
Indiana.
41 would win 42. The runner up for 42 wins 43. It's like Super Bowl, like the runner up
Mm.
gets the next year's show. Like, oh,
So
you're good enough, but you didn't win it this year, but you get next year. Because main technically it could be Minneapolis next year, right?
yeah, it could be
Because
Minnesota or yeah. It's just the weird thing is why would you announce the Royal Rumble SummerSlam but not WrestleMania?
exactly.
It's just that's
Well,
the
I have a
weird.
question.
That's
How does
that that's why people keep thinking that it's an overseas show because
Oh,
how is it
hell
that you
no.
skip this one?
Yeah. I don't get how Indy gets it before Chicago. I guess Chicago doesn't have the best stadiums right now because Soldier Field's outdoor only, and it sucks to be April sucks in
Yeah,
Chicago,
it
but
does.
Indy is like right next door. It's like, and
Is
Minnesota,
it a does it have a roof?
I don't know. Minnesota does. That's why they got
Yeah,
it's a
that's why I
close.
was.
They could
That's
close
what.
it.
Yeah,
But
that's why I was
Indy,
cool with it.
I think Indy does though too. I think Indy does
Hmm.
because Chicago should be getting WrestleMania again. I was at the last one they were at, like in Chicago. That's 20. What? That's 22. That's 20 years ago. 22 years ago.
For which one?
No, WrestleMania 22. Was in Rosemont, was Allstate Arena, and
22.
I was at that one.
Oh,
So it's been
WrestleMania
20. It's been 22 years since they've been to Chicago.
for a
Am I-
WrestleMania? Yeah.
Yeah. No, not 22. Yeah, 20. No.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about WrestleMania 22, the year 2006?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was off. I'm telling you, but it's
You
still
can
like
clearly
20.
tell it's been a while forever being in front
Yeah,
of the red camera.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's been a while, so I'm surprised Chicago didn't get anything. But UK, it would
I
make
wouldn't want
sense.
them here, man. I
No, yeah,
swear,
it
like
makes our
for
economy. It may help our
yeah.
economy, and we, helps our
I I
taxes
I
out.
I think that's what well they're gonna fix it up. So I feel like if WrestleMania does come over here, it's gonna be I don't
Once the
think they're
Bears built their stadium, once they
yeah.
built the new stadium, probably
So
2027, probably.
that's when they're gonna be done with it. But the chances of WrestleMania happening that year,
No,
it's probably gonna be between 28 and 30.
no, because the what's the one that new who had it recently? France, right? They
For what?
literally built that stadium like for backlash, right?
Yeah.
In France, that stadium they were at, they built that in November of last year. So it
Mhm.
literally just been open for like under a year, and they already had a show there. So I'm thinking they might do that too. If Chicago built, let's say they finish it by
But well, no,
2026,
well,
right?
hold on. You're comparing a premium live event to
Oh, it's
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah,
Yeah, that's two
yeah, that's
different
true.
things.
It's too
That's why
different.
I'm
Yeah,
saying the chances of because the stadium is gonna be done apparently 27 to 2027. The chances of them having WrestleMania that year is very
no,
low. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be the year 2028 or 30 between that. If they decide to have a WrestleMania.
yeah,
And but most likely, again, unless they're gonna have a roof, then it's get the chance if they're smart enough to put a roof in the new stadium here in Chicago, then the quicker WWE will get here.
yeah.
And it's not
Again,
just WWE. The Bears games, the concerts, you
yeah,
know. Uh I'm still not gonna go because it's not the stadium, it's the parking.
yeah. I mean, you
The-
pay for Uber, it's like $50 just to
yeah.
take a Uber. Like, damn, pay more
So
money.
so even if they have a WrestleMania, I'm like, I'm not gonna go.
No, not even in our own city, right? We have to go
No,
out of the. We have to go out of
I will
state.
leave my own. I will leave. I went to Philly for WrestleMania, or I went to Maryland to Philly. I would do all
Still East
that.
Coast.
Do you like? And then the listeners, I would rather go on a plane, and I did this. This is facts. This is facts. I took a plane from Chicago, flew to Maryland, drove from Maryland to Philly,
And
then
back 2 days, right?
back,
Two
then
nights.
flew back home. I did all that. I would rather continue doing that for every WrestleMania than drive and be stuck in traffic for 2 hours in
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah,
Because this is why 2 hours being stuck in traffic is not bad. I could drive 2 hours. Hell, I drove 19 hours to Orlando. Driving is not an issue. I live 20 minutes away from the city.
yeah. You live by O'Hare, by the
I live
airport.
20 minutes away from the city and it takes me 2 hours. That is
Yeah,
my issue. That's why you could have WrestleMania here. I'm not going. It's no. I would rather drive far. I'll drive to Indiana.
Minnesota, like,
Yeah, because the distance, because Indiana's 2 hours. Well, it's 2 hours, but because of the time difference, it's 3 hours. But at least I'm moving, and it takes me 2 hours. I live 20 minutes. I am not. I shouldn't be stuck for 2 hours
hmm
for something that is 20 minutes from my house. It's just that traffic and the construction is that bad here,
yeah.
and then accidents happen. Unfortunately,
Yeah. Two
it's just
nights of that? Imagine doing 2 nights of that to the lakefront. I think it's gonna be the lakefront, so it's gonna be worse. I mean,
bro.
if you're towards like the border of the city, but if you're in
Mhm.
the lakefront, you're going into this. You're almost by the other side of the city. Dude,
The-
that'll be 2 nights of that. You're like driving 4 hours to like, well, one way, 2 hours
yeah,
one way, and 2 hours back, and then 2 nights of that. That's 8 hours of your life, pretty
and then and
much.
then and then the city of Chicago, when WrestleMania or SummerSlam, whenever whatever show they bring, right? Do you think they're just gonna be like, oh, the only activity here is gonna happen is WrestleMania?
No,
No, they're gonna have concerts. They're Navy Pier's gonna be popping.
dude, parking's
Every
gonna be like $100 an hour. Parking to go to the lakefront to the show, it's gonna be like $100.
dude,
Food's gonna be like $50 for a hot dog or something. Like, dude, Chicago, it's
that's
nuts, man.
why everybody was saying like they should have had the new stadium built. They should have agreed to have it at Arlington Heights.
Yeah, or Naperville or whatever, like
Uh,
outside of Chicago.
why not go up more north, like North Chicago area, more Wilmette, you know.
Wilmette's a rich neighborhood though. No.
True, but still, man, I don't know. That's just crazy, man. I didn't really thought about that.
Yeah. But hey, maybe Indy, maybe not. I might go to Indy if it's an Indy.
Royal
It's
Rumble, I may consider it. That man, John Cena. John Cena is leaving, man.
yeah. Well, it's my last one of the big four I have to go to.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
me too.
Royal
This is,
Rumble. Because
I
I
caught
did
up to you.
WrestleMania. Yeah, you caught up to me. I went WrestleMania and then many years and then finally I did SummerSlam and Survivor Series last year. So I did two of them.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to go to Royal Rumble 2022 or 2023 and I didn't go. San
I
Antonio.
told you that you need to go to WrestleMania 22,
Yeah.
42. Hopefully it's in the States because that way it'll be 20 years of the last time you went. So that's
Yeah.
me personally, besides the Royal Rumble, I mean, because it's in Indiana, I would say try to go.
Yeah.
But besides, I wouldn't Vegas, any other pay-per-view next year, I wouldn't bother. I think personally for you, 42 is the one that if it's in the
Drivable.
States,
Anything
try to
drivable.
go. Yeah. Or
If
even
it's like in
flying. Because
nah,
again,
I'll be it has to be Indy or Minneapolis. If it's outside of those, or Milwaukee,
mm,
or maybe St. Louis I'll consider too. St. Louis,
St. Louis is
maybe
not.
Clayton. Yeah.
But I don't think unless they consider WrestleMania for 42 sorry, if they consider WrestleMania 42 in Indiana, then there's your better shot.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
personally think that's the one you need to go because at least that way you could say boom boom. And hey, you're trying to have a kid. What if in 20 years your kid takes you to WrestleMania when you're 60?
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I
Or
would.
50, whatever you're gonna be.
I'll be in my 50s.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, and then there you go. And then it's like, oh, and then you're gonna cry right there.
But the Rumble for sure though. If it's in Indy, I'm going, dude. That's the big four. Even
It
Money in
is.
the
It
Bank I
is.
went to.
It's
If you
confirmed, right?
consider, yeah, I think it's
Okay.
confirmed. If you consider Money in the Bank, I've been to 4 out of 5. Then if you not consider, I've been to 3 out of 4.
I don't consider money.
No,
I don't consider that no more.
and
Money in
and
the
we've
Bank
been
is
we've
done.
been we've been to Bomb for Glory, so that's
Yeah.
been done.
Slammiversary, I was trying to go to. Shout out to TNA Slammiversary. Hey, I just found out they're in a bigger arena.
Ooh, that's
4,000
good.
people.
That's better than it was. That's why when you come back to
4,000.
Chicago, don't go to Cicero. Go to the other one. What's the one in Huffman Estates? The name. What was it called?
Roosevelt Theater?
No, no, no. Sears Center. What was it?
Oh,
What's it?
Pop
Now,
Arena.
now,
The Now
now,
Arena.
now arena. Go
Now
there,
Arena.
guys. Come on,
Yeah.
TNA.
Go to
You got
Bloomington, Illinois, where WWE does their live events. Rockford, Illinois, you know?
Rockford's the ghetto, bro. No offense to them.
But they could get 4,000, 5,000 people right
Yeah,
there, you know?
yeah.
And I feel like
Hmm.
you said it, not me, but I feel like Rockford would have TNA fans. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I'm just
You're a
saying.
TNA fan, so you can say that.
Uh, fair enough. I could say that. And I like Rockford. It's not the best, I prefer Milwaukee, obviously. Um, but I'm just saying those are the arenas that TNA could go after, and I don't know why they
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
But
You have to
yeah,
go to
shout
Cicero
out to
every year.
them. They got a huge main event. And Joe Hendry, do you believe that he is gonna
Yes.
be TNA World Heavyweight Champion?
Man, now that the stuff he pulled in NXT, if he shows up with the TNA title on NXT, dude, that'll break the internet for sure.
I got
The
a
internet's already broken with him just being there. Like people are like, I believe in Joe Henry. Just doing that, Imagine him with a title. Woo! Comes to NXT faces Ethan Page, but Ethan Page goes to TNA to defend his title or a champion versus champion match
so here are my
at like what?
predictions
Mhm.
for Slammiversary. I think this is not like not Slammiversary. My prediction. Oh, it's a mixture of both Slammiversary and just the future of like TNA in general. Slammiversary, AJ Styles and Io Sky make their debut. Wesley from NXT and Roxanne from NXT. I am calling them for them to show up. I'm gonna throw in the Good Brothers just in case. Trick William. Also a prediction is Joe Hendry winning, and also I think Moose retaining. I know. Also a prediction for the future for TNA. I feel like we're gonna get a Alexander versus Ethan Page. I think we're gonna get Io Sky versus Jordan Grace. Or Roxanne at Bound for Glory. I think we're gonna get AJ Styles versus Moose. I think, or Josh Alexander, or we could get AJ Styles and the Good Brothers to team up, the original or the second crew Bullet Club to go against the system,
Mm,
you know. You could I
be
think we
fire.
could also get Trick William versus Moose, Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams at Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory may happen at New York City, apparently.
Wow.
Can you imagine if they have? Can you imagine Bound for Glory at Madison Square Garden, WWE, NXT, and versus TNA, Bound for Glory, Madison Square Garden, kind of like New
That'd be
Japan and
awesome.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Man, I think that'd be crazy. I believe in Joe Hendry. Boom, boom. But as soon as WWE signs Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace, Moose is next. The system
Mm,
is next. Josh Alexander. And they're gonna treat it as the new. I think NXT is probably gonna be the new the new big thing. The main the it's I don't think they're gonna it's gonna be the what's it called? Why am I the why am what's that word called?
OVW,
Yeah,
D
but there's
South,
a it's another word for it.
territory, developmental.
There one. That one. There you go. It's probably going to be considered like a main star show now if they sign Jordan Grace and Joel Hendry, because apparently they also signed with Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, but they were already out of they were already out of TNA. They
Yeah,
were out. They were
but that's what I'm
so it's like
saying. TNA is
afterwards.
going to be like the OVW, where it's like, hey, you leave, you have a better shot of going with WWE.
Mm, yeah,
You know, so
that's true.
and then somebody like Ricochet may show up to
Yeah,
Slammiversary.
but WWE is doing some crazy stuff. Don't they have like a relationship with Noah and Marigold as
Yeah,
like
AJ
promotion in
Styles
Japan?
wrestled for Noah. You know,
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah, he did. And
hey,
this Io Sky wrestled for Marigold too.
yeah.
Wow,
So
it's like this crazy landscape. And then
ooh,
they also partner with like,
Becky Lynch, Rebecca, she is no longer with WWE.
yeah, she didn't sign again, but she
Yeah,
she could sign again. But
yeah, she's gonna show up at GCW
oh
Bloodsport.
wow, is
So
that legit? But the thing is, there's like four WWE wrestlers there, so I think she's still part of it. And it's kind of because Shayna's
yeah,
gonna be there, and the Creed brothers are gonna be there. So I think that GCW is partnering with WWE too.
bro, we're back in the '80s. That's what's going on
Yeah, but why do you think she went as Rebecca Quinn and not Becky Lynch? Because
because she's
Rebecca
not
Quinn's
signed.
like,
She's not signed with
ah,
WWE. That's why I said that.
oh, but when she
I,
comes
I,
back,
I
if she comes
yeah,
back, she'll be like Becky, like, oh, Rebecca Lynch, okay.
yeah. That's why she
But
used her
she's
real
not.
name. She's not signed with
Uh,
WWE. So, but she's not wrestling. She's just making an appearance.
ah,
Yeah, that's crazy though.
yeah.
Professional wrestling, man. We're back in the old days, man.
Oh yeah.
We're back in the '80s. That's what's going on right now. So
You might partner with AAA now
yeah.
again. It's not the first time they've done it either. This is like the 80s, 90s.
hmm
So yeah, wrestling's
Cody Rhodes
crazy.
is the Hulk Hogan right now,
Yep.
and Solo is Roddy Piper.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they never
So
win a title. They
Solo
never win
does
one
not
title.
need it, bro.
No.
He
Think
does
Jacob's gonna
not.
probably take it from him. I think Jacob's gonna be the tribal chief.
Yeah.
You see him? You see him
No,
recently?
I
He did
don't.
so.
Oh, dude, Jacob is fantastic, but I don't think he's gonna be the. I don't think he's gonna be the top guy, man.
No, he's a
No,
beast. He
he
could
is.
barely leave the country, but he did recently. He did go to Canada, so
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Hey, even Drew, even what's it called? Drew McIntyre even said it to Jay. How'd you even get over here?
Yeah, because Canada is very strict about like criminal records. So if
Yeah.
someone has a criminal record, they're very like anti having you in their country. But
They Jay Uso had no issues. The one they had an issue with was Jacob.
yeah,
Yeah,
so they
apparently
had to like vouch for him or something, or like, hey, you
it
gotta
was
watch him.
Triple H. It was Triple H and Michael Cole.
Yeah,
And
they're
I
like,
think
oh,
I
we'll
took
watch for him. Yeah.
yeah, I called it with Andres. Andrades or Andre, my bad.
Yeah,
Shout out
Andre.
to Andre, man. Thank you taking ever spot. So that way we didn't have to miss a few episodes.
Hmm.
And
Thank
also
you,
for
man.
the money, the bank predictions. Um oh, future episode. We're future episode. We are gonna have Anthony back on the show. The guy who has Cody Rhodes as his best man.
Oh yeah, man.
So we're gonna be having him on the show in
Shout out to Anthony. When is
Anthony
his wedding? We gotta talk to him about when is he getting married?
next year. Yeah, sometime next year. I don't remember the exact date.
Yeah, that'd be
So
awesome.
yeah,
That'd be awesome then.
she said we gotta send him a wedding gift.
Yeah.
So and but we'll see because the time difference it's difficult.
Yeah.
But he is gonna definitely gonna be on the show. We'll have him back on the show. I'm trying to have him on a YouTube channel because we're trying to do a just a YouTube video show where we talk. I may do an audio version of it. Not it really depends on how it plays out, but the future episode is fantasy booking, uh premium, create your own premium live event.
Ooh,
So
okay.
basically, out of 12 months, I want two different lists. So I'm letting you know and also the listeners know what to expect in the future. Uh 12 months, what premium live event would you have if you were in charge of it?
Mm,
I want a just a WWE, and then I want another sheet where it's all pay-per-views.
mm-hmm,
So basically, so for example, for the all pay-per-views, it's like you could have the Royal Rumble at January, right? But February, I want Victory Road, you know?
yeah.
And then I don't want, and then, have what's it called? WrestleMania. And instead of SummerSlam, I want Slammiversary. It doesn't have to be all 12 pay-per-views. If you want to use it could be you could have it like AEW. I just need six, but like lead up to something where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, the reason why I have only eight is because the Royal Rumble is gonna happen in February. And then, April, I'm gonna have WrestleMania. And so like it's gonna lead into a story. So if you're gonna have short pay-per-views, give me a story. If you're gonna have 12, then it's just like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be self-explained, where
Yeah.
it's like January Royal Rumble, or maybe you want the Royal Rumble to happen at on August,
Wow.
you know, back
Some
to
fantasy
school.
booking
Hey,
for
back
sure.
back, back to school Royal Rumble. I just so so anyway, that's a future video. But again, I'm hoping that the audio and everything works out because Andre is gonna be on that episode as well. So it's
We're
gonna
gonna have a
be
bunch of people joining us, right? We could
yeah.
get more podcasters. You guys want to join us? Any other podcasters want to join us? They could have
So
their own month too. Their own. We could have a few people, a panel
yeah.
if we wanted to.
That's what we're gonna happen. It's
Or
gonna be
each
a
of us get a
panel.
month. We all get a month. Like, oh, we all get like a month, and we have to decide which, the 12-month schedule.
Oh
That'd be
hell
nuts.
no.
That'd be crazy. That'd be too crazy. That'd be
Well,
too
we
much.
could we could do that, but just
Yeah,
come up with your 12 lists. Come
I
up
know,
with
right?
just WWE, like all like it could be WCW. Basically, make a list that Triple H told you. I need a list of
Yeah,
make one for Triple H and then make one that's just like for all wrestling. You know,
yeah. So
you
you could
know,
have New
you
Japan, you could have Dominion, and you could have
mhm.
Revolution. You
And
could
then
have
one is just keep it like WWE owns it.
yeah.
It could be
Okay.
WCW, ECW, NXT. It's just
Yes.
WWE's edition version, and then one list that's like overall wrestling. You could have Triple Mania if you want it. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
yeah.
Instead of WrestleMania, have Triple Mania, Double Mania, because I'm gonna have two WrestleManias.
That's awesome. Yeah,
You
that'd be kind
know,
of cool.
so that's gonna be a cool something to look forward in the future. Anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
Nah, just more wrestling to watch, man. It's good. The TNA
Yeah,
stuff with the NXT stuff is pretty cool though.
yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting for like, well, time is recorded. I'm still waiting for like, I know Jordan Grace was on like NXT, but I'm still waiting for like Ethan Pace to show up in TNA or Josh Alexander
Mm.
to show up in NXT, like or a
People
standoff
that
or
people that we could like react to, not be
yeah,
like, oh, I didn't even know that person was on NXT.
yeah, like well, no offense to Charlie Dempsey and stuff and like the other team like AZ Dane and all that, but like unless you watch NXT, you don't really know those people. But
Right.
if you have like a Cora Jade on TNA or you have like Masha Slamovich on NXT, people you know,
Like what they
or
did
like,
with Trey Miguel. I mean, to be
yo, that was awesome. The
yeah, Trey
Rascals, that was
Miguel
fire.
and the Rascals. They
Yeah,
it's awesome that they're gonna be wrestling, but they don't need to be. Just the fact that they
no,
showed up, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Like you said, Cora Jade. You're telling me she just can't just show up backstage with Jordan Grace and be like, nice, and just walk away.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or if they get like CM Punk on TNA or something, like I don't
Bro,
know,
the
they're
ratings.
not allowing Raw or SmackDown to do anything. But like, imagine if CM Punk shows up or Drew McIntyre is so pissed he shows up on TNA. I'm on TNA because WWE blocked me. Dude, that'd be nuts. It'd be
Hey,
like
hey,
the ratings will go to like five. Like,
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. Jimmy, our truth could show up.
woo. He's like, oh, I'm on the wrong show, guys. Sorry. Wait, this is not Raw.
Don't even call our truth our truth. Call him Rob the Killing.
Rob Killings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
use his real name
yeah. They're like,
because
hey,
that's
this
what he
isn't.
used.
Yeah, they're like,
That's what
this
he
isn't
used.
Raw. he just he walks.
Have
My bad.
you know what would be awesome? Hey, would be awesome if Matt Hardy there was like an actual forbidden door, and Matt Hardy opened the like let's just say what's it called oh my gosh, King Axel or Matt Hardy's kid has a lamp, the Wyatt
Ooh,
lamp, and accidentally goes with Matt Hardy, and because of that lamp, it transports them to WWE,
it opens a portal, right?
to
He's like,
WWE, to
they're like, what am I
WWE,
doing?
and realize, oh snap, I'm not supposed. This is the wrong universe. How did I get here? And looks at his son, and it's like, oh, because of this, you're the reason why we got to this side. Let's go back, and then our truth follows, and our
Hmm.
truth turns into Rob, the truth killing. The
Now he's like all serious, like,
yeah,
what is going on here?
he's serious. Like something doesn't feel right, and then the Miz is trying to find our
He grabs
truth,
him or something. He's like, ah.
and he could go in the porter, or
He's
he
like, what
could
am I
just.
doing, dude? I mean, ah, there's so much
It's
possibilities.
the possibility, and it's crazy. They have Matt Hardy. They have, and they can make this work. But it's like, come on, man, just somebody. I wish we could get their attention, and they could be like, bro, you can steal our ideas. It's cool.
I can't imagine we saw Killer Kelly versus Lola Vice. My God, I will die. That's like,
It's gonna be a beautiful day to see that, bro.
there's so many matches I want to see though. We should make a separate
Bro,
episode just on like fantasy matches.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't gonna be no women in that. Everybody's gonna be like, everybody get out. Everybody get out. Because they're not gonna like, oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. I'm going to a different spot. I love Killer
PG,
Kelly.
bro. PG-13, bro.
Yeah, ever. Oh my gosh, Killer Kelly. I
No, we should
love
have a
Killer Kelly.
Patreon just for. We should go like uncensored on Patreon if we ever create that. We should just. That's where you. That's where we keep everything. Be
Man,
more vocal on that on like a separate, like a private page or something like, hey guys.
I will. You know who I really want because of the NXT and the TNA. I really hope we get Gil Kim, bro.
Ooh,
Gil
I don't
Kim
know.
needs
She
one
kind
more.
of.
She needs one more match. No, but I'm saying to represent for the team. Like if we're gonna get TNA versus NXT multi-universe, Gil Kim, hey, she needs to be in the front. She has to be the front for the knockouts division. I love Jordan Grace, but Gil Kim needs to be part of this too.
Yeah. Or
She
so
needs
pretty
to
much
be
like
part
when
of it.
Worlds Collide, right? Remember we did the Worlds Collide, but it was NXT versus NXT UK. So do that for NXT and
But
TNA.
TNA has the multi-universe too.
Oh, but they do that with New Japan.
No, they do that with anybody.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Mhm.
Either way, that'd be
That's why,
awesome.
yeah,
Like,
that's why they call it that. They do
you
it with
imagine like
Triple H.
Rhino comes back. He actually faces like, so, oh my God,
Oh
Rhino
yeah,
back on
Rhino was
NXT.
in NXT as well.
Yeah. Or Mike Bailey versus like Wesley.
Hmm.
Or Mike Bailey versus who's the other one that's super crazy? Like Javon Evans
Bro,
or Trick
PCO.
Williams. PCO. Oh my
PCO
God.
showing up to NXT.
He hasn't been in WWE in a long time. He hasn't been in WWE since
I
like
don't
the
even. Oh
90s, I think.
yeah. Oh yeah. But he
And
was
they
never like a
only
big. He was never like a big star, right?
no, he was just I think he was mid card or
Yeah.
lower.
I think PCO became like a big star when he would re-sign with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So
Dude, there's so many matches, man. We should do a
so many
separate
dream
episode just on
matches. I'm
that.
telling you, PCO, bro. PCO showing up to NXT. He may show up at the Royal Rumble.
He might.
Yeah.
We don't
PCO,
know,
Joe
but we don't know
Henry.
how we don't know how long this relationship will last. Hopefully, it's a long term thing where like, oh, we agreed on 2 years or 3 years.
Mm.
Depends on how what storylines they
Well,
have,
I
right?
mean, remember in Denver is partner with TNA on the TNA Plus.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
whatever basically that
They want
relationship.
to do,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then on Denver owns TKO, right?
yeah,
So I feel like it's really up to them,
yeah.
where it's
Man, there's so many matches.
so yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Like I
Oh,
want to
and
see.
you know what? I just realized maybe Bound for Glory could happen, and if not New York, it could happen at Vegas or maybe next year. But I feel like if I feel like if it's gonna happen in Vegas this year would make more sense.
Yeah, or
I
have it
just
on
hope
Friday. And when
don't have
SmackDown's
it.
on Friday.
Yeah, don't have it on Friday. Have it on Saturday. And also do not have it if you're gonna have it in Vegas, do not have it in the same place that they had TNA Hard to Kill and Rebellion. Have it in an actual arena. Those stages is nice for the premium live events,
Yeah,
but like a pay-per-view, like Hard to Kill, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, arenas.
yeah. But
Always
they gotta bring some
arenas.
people there though. Like I said, like that's when once they start having like Ethan Page on TNA, they start having like I mean they had
Mm,
like Roxanne was I think on there once, but like you said, like people like oh, I want to watch TNA just because I saw that Trick Williams is on there.
right.
Pe- people like
But
that, like
here's the issue with that. Nobody has access to TNA
yeah.
because they're
So it's not
on.
really it's not benefiting them that they're on Access TV.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's great you're on Access TV, but like how many people actually own that channel?
Hmm.
Like if they
So
decided to like move to
even if they have Trick Williams, right?
yeah,
That's gonna bring a lot of ratings, but not on Access TV
no.
where TNA
YouTube
is
maybe. Yeah.
on YouTube or on TNA's website, on
Yeah.
Twitch, that's or sorry, Twitter or X,
So it has to
whatever,
be a
IG.
PLE then. It has to be a PLE then for him to
Yeah,
show up there.
yeah, it
But then
has
there's
to
no
be a
build up
premium
like
because in the premium live event, no, for us TNA fans,
TNA
I,
Plus.
I'm saying for if you're gonna have Trick Williams debut, it has to be at a premium live event or pay per view.
Hmm.
He could, and then he doesn't have to show up on Impact. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be cool, but he doesn't have to. He could
Yeah.
show up the on the last taping, so like the taping of that week. That's where he could show up, and then show up for the premium live event. You know, because everything is taped for TNA anyways.
Yeah, it's like 2, 3 weeks, right? Or something like that. Like three
Yeah.
weeks in advance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on like
Well, like we knew those
the
people from
shows.
NXT were on there because they're like somebody posted it and they were like, oh yeah, and then they finally showed up this week or something, right? It was like
Yeah.
2 weeks ago where like Charlie Dempsey was actually in
Yeah, and
TNA,
he
and then all of a
showed
sudden like
up.
he's now I think this recent episode or 2 episodes ago he was in the episode, you know?
Yeah, it's just that's why I don't like the TNA tapings. I like how they used to tape their old days. They used to tape on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesday.
Hmm.
And then that's how they used to build up their show. Uh and then I forgot how they yeah. And then I think the third night it'll be like 2 nights. So
Hmm.
it'll build up the whole pay-per-view. But the issue with that is things could go wrong, and
Hmm.
it's just like it kind of ruins the pay-per-view when you do that like a month build up. So I think just one night where it's like, say for, I think what they should do is Thursday they should go live, and then Friday do tapings, and then that Friday show air it on that what's it called, that Thursday, and then either that Thursday you could go sorry, then either yeah, so Friday's taping will be the following Thursday, and then that weekend you could just do live like house shows, and then the other following Thursday you go live, and then Thursday taping, and that will lead to the pay-per-view, and then pay-per-view you're live, and then if you want to, let's just say, or you could do the pay-per-view and then taping, just do taping one night, you know. I think they just I don't know. I feel like how their taping system is, I mean, it probably works for them. I just think it's weird.
I think it's save money. They do that to save
Yeah. Oh
money.
yeah, obviously. They
Well, if they're
that's
making if they're always giving them money, they're like, you know what, we would just do like we just go live at this point, you know?
I feel like they should go live.
Yeah, maybe
TN.
once in a while, but not always.
No. Uh unless I think them doing two tapings is better, because they do one taping and then the next show they do, I think like they do two different tapings on one night, right?
Yeah, I remember how we went to like I forgot what show it was, but remember it was like why did all these matches all of a sudden it was
Mhm.
like it was 2 episodes or something just for that one night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's Saturday. What
11,
about
11,
Sunday?
yeah, 11 shows.
11
11
episodes.
matches.
And we're
11
like, damn, this
matches.
is a long freaking. And
Hmm.
then we're like, oh, they spread it out. They did like three of these matches, on 1 week,
It
and then
was a
three on
whole
what?
month of tape. Like it was a whole month. It was just like, I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
We only did one day too. We only did Bound for Glory, and then we did no, that was a separate day.
That
But
was
I
like
think
it.
Bound
That
for
was that was months later.
April. Yeah, but like,
Months
remember
later.
how like even Bound for Glory, they had like a bunch of matches in Bound for Glory,
Hmm.
and then they had a show the next day too, like
Mm.
The Sunday show, and it was like my
Yeah.
God. So that was like a
Another 10 matches there.
yeah, we're like, oh,
Yeah, that
you have
was
to be
just
really
crazy.
dedicated to watching like 10, 11
But
matches a
oh, we had
show.
a great time
Oh
though.
yeah, we did.
We
Yeah, we
had
did.
a
But
we had a
we're
great time.
like,
We were
and the next
just
thing you know,
so
it's like,
confused. We
yeah, like
That's all it was.
why is this guy wrestling twice? like,
Yeah.
like
Or
why
what?
is
I didn't knew this match was happening, or what's going on? I'm thinking like, I was
oh,
just
this is
like,
for 2 weeks from now. I'm like, oh, okay.
it was so different
Yeah,
from when I used to go to the TNA days.
yeah.
So different. I was just like, because TNA, when I went for Sacrifice, was Sunday. Monday was taping. And then, that's why I got confused, because I thought it was 3 days of taping, but one of them was a pay per view. Monday was a
Uh,
taping show that aired that Thursday. Tuesday was the following show.
so
And
3 weeks
then,
worth of episodes in
no, no, no,
one.
just 2 weeks,
Oh wow.
because Sunday was the pay per view. So Sunday was pay per view. Monday was the follow up of what happened on the pay per view that
Mm,
aired that Thursday.
mm,
Tuesday was next week's taping.
following.
So kind of similar to what I said. And then there was nothing going, and then that Thursday, either nothing is going on, or they're having house shows that weekend.
Oh
Then after, so they'll have, if they do have shows, right?
yeah.
They'll have a house show Saturday and Sunday. Monday, they will go back to the Impact Zone, and they'll do a taping on Monday and Tuesday. And then that Monday will air that Thursday, and then Tuesday would be the following pay per view, and then, or I mean, the following Thursday, and then the pay per view, and
Well,
then that's how they
a
used to
lot.
do it. That's what I
a lot.
thought it was. It was gonna be, or how they still run it, until we went to that taping, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, okay, this is weird. It's cool, but weird, because you don't
we're
get that
like
much of the storyline. You
we're
get
like
more
okay, what?
matches.
And then next thing you know, you're like, wait, that match was all the same day, but why is this match like 3 weeks later and this other match is
Mhm.
the week of? It's like they did all these matches and then they kind of compile it. Okay, this match here, this match there. This
Yeah.
goes week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You're like,
Yeah,
what?
it's like they get the matches and then they get the storylines later. Or they do
Yeah.
the story, or they they record the story first, and then okay, this is the matches we need on these
Mm.
tapings because we already recorded
And we're forgetting about
everything.
Explosion too, right? TNA Explosion. They have tapings
That's
for
more
that.
like a bonus filler matches, like no story. It's not like how it used to be. Back in like in the 08s and 2000, like in that era. 08 and 2010, it used to have like a story. It'd be like, oh, last week this person beat this person. Now he's challenging him again an explosion to get a rematch. Or this person beat this person on TNA Impact. So he wants a rematch tonight on Explosion. You know, it
Okay.
used to be like that. Now it's more of a here. They even stopped before the Impact. Remember how they used to be like an hour
Yeah.
show? So many classic matches happen on it, and now
Wow.
they just like dropped it.
So right now, only thing they have is TNA and Explosion, right? Impact and Explosion.
No, just TNA.
Oh, just not even Explosion.
No,
Wow. See,
no.
yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, it's more of a kind of like it's kind of like me doing because we're at a podcast, right? But
Yeah.
sometimes I'll have a YouTube video, just nothing with my podcast, just like I'll just have a random YouTube video. It's kind of like that's how TNA does it with Explosion. It
Mm,
used to it's just more of a like, hey, let's just put this is a good match. Let's just put it on Explosion. You know, it's not
yeah.
like I said, it's not like how it used to be where it's like, oh, okay, hey, we're gonna have six matches. One of them is a dark match, and the other one is a dark explosion, or two of them are explosion, and then the rest is gonna be on impact taping. You know,
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, dude.
so I love TNA, man.
Yeah, but how much really though? I'm just kidding.
What do you mean? How much?
Like, is it like you said? It's frustrating sometimes with that system, right?
I mean,
The
I
recent.
don't run it, so
Yeah.
I mean,
My,
it's not really up to me.
yeah.
And I mean, again, I love Impact, but it's not TNA wrestling now. It's just Impact.
Mm,
It's not like the old school TNA, but that's my attitude era. You know, I can't go back to it. It sucks. I wish they could go back to how it used to be, how they used to run it. But I mean, apparently, it used to be run, it wasn't being run good.
yeah.
You
It
know,
was
but
not effective.
I just love the product of how TNA used to be representing, I guess, or like the product. You know how TNA 02 to 2012, that 10 years, it was like I enjoyed it. But 07 to 02, that was like my attitude era. Yeah, I have a lot of TNA DVDs.
Dude,
The
yeah.
one thing I really need is a TNA belt, but those are so difficult to get.
Yeah. I'm surprised it. I'm like, I think you have to get like special vendors to do it for you, right? Special people.
I have no idea. I don't even know where people get them. I mean, TNA sells them here and there, but damn, they're like $2,000, bro. So snap.
I think they make a lot more money if they decided to like actually like sell it like let's make
Hey,
a replica for
WWE's gonna make it.
150.
WWE's gonna make that happen.
Ooh,
WWE TKO and Denver. Eventually, it's gonna happen. You know.
yeah.
But all right, well, let's wrap up this show. Ever welcome back and take us home.
All right, listeners and viewers, that'll be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo doo doo.